Ross Thomson.
Thank you very much, Mr Austin. It's a real pleasure to serve under your chairmanship. I would like to congratulate the member for Linlithgow and East Falkirk for securing this very important debate, and to also congratulate the members of the audience who have turned out today, members such as Mark Abraham, Beverly Cuddy and Lisa Garner, for having run this campaign, for having raised awareness of this campaign, and for having taken up the public agenda. All power to your elbow. And although I cannot wear my rosette, I do hope that my tie is sufficiently suitable for this debate. Because Lucy, a gorgeous, beautiful Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, was a victim of the third-party selling of puppies. Raised on a puppy farm, she had a horrific and miserable life. Thankfully, Lucy was rescued by Lisa Garner in 2013, where she became part of the loving home that she should always have been part of to begin with. Sadly, Lucy died prematurely in 2016 as a result of her start on that very puppy farm. But she's become a symbol of the movement towards greater animal welfare standards. Now, myself, having campaigned for a ban on electric shock dog collars, it will be no surprise to members that I fully supported the introduction of Lucy's Law with a ban on the third-party sale of puppies. There are heartbreaking stories of puppies and kittens being separated from their mothers, kept in awful conditions, and often transported for long distances before being sold. This practice is abhorrent, and for my part, I want to do all that I can to eradicate it, both in Scotland and across the rest of the UK. DEFRA itself has estimated that there is a significant demand of 700,000 puppies per year. And as the Honourable Member for Edinburgh West was saying in her remarks, the third-party selling of puppies flows from this huge demand, where someone acts as a middleman between a puppy breeder and a buyer. There are commercial third-party dealers who buy their stock from puppy farms, both here at home as well as abroad. These third-party sellers are often the route to market for puppies from puppy farmers who are simply looking for a quick profit with no regard whatsoever to the welfare of the animal. Third-party traders operate in an environment that depends on low welfare standards and high-volume dog breeding, treating puppies like a conveyor belt factory product. Scientific research and evidence is conclusive. Puppies sold by third parties experience a hugely detrimental impact on their physical and mental well-being. It can result in chronic medical problems, as well as severe behavioural issues such as anxiety and aggression. It could not be clearer that this practice is wrong and it must stop. I wholeheartedly and warmly welcome the UK Government's openness towards a ban on the sale of puppies by commercial third-party dealers. I welcome the consultation launched on the 8th of February calling for evidence about a ban in England. Introducing a ban would be consistent with the Government's current advice that purchasers should see puppies with their mother. A ban would remove the legitimate market for puppies bred in Eastern Europe, where vanloads of sickly puppies from puppy farms are arriving in the UK. A ban would incentivise welfare improvements and it would increase transparency. A ban could potentially improve the overall health of the UK dog population and reduce the incidence of dog aggression arising from poor breeding and inadequate socialisation. A ban would end the abhorrent practice of puppies being sold in high street pet shops, garden centres and pet superstores. Now, animal welfare is a devolved issue in Scotland, and recent investigations have found that puppies are being mistreated by unscrupulous dealers north of the border too. For example, in Aberdeenshire, around 900 animals were taken from a puppy farm near Fyvie after an SPCA raid as part of Operation Dolphin. The current UK Government action does not apply in Scotland. However, I do welcome that the Scottish Government has thus far supported an SPCA initiative to regulate third-party commercial dog dealers, but not outlaw them entirely. So it's important that the Scottish Government acts to keep Scotland's puppy welfare protections up to speed with the rest of the UK, because Scotland must not fall behind. To date, I welcome all of the numerous actions the Government has taken to improve animal welfare. I know this is something that the Minister himself cares about and is high on his agenda. I would simply urge that a failure to bring forward a ban would be a serious setback to improving the standard of animal welfare in the UK. We must take action to stamp out this barbaric practice. Lucy's Law can become the most transformational and significant change to animal welfare that we can make. So let's do it. We owe it to Lucy. We owe it to all puppies that are trapped on these horrific farms. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.